continuing on with my condition for the reputation of God. And in the last one, I made that comment about the astrologer. Okay, so here's my thing about that. I don't believe in astrology. Not one bit. And anything that goes with that humbug. I'll tell you my own experiences with that. Uh, of course, I've studied plenty about all that. Having spirit world being a part of my life as physical life is. And, of course, you wonder, okay, what's all that about? And so I've studied and read up a lot on all that. And even as a child, when all these phenomenons in the sky, the planets align, as I said, the astrology stuff. I'm born a Sagittarian, then all the stuff that goes with it, on how it depends on your fame and fortune or your demise and fate, and all that stuff on how that is affecting your life, that, oh, you're born and there, though, again, the one thing that I've mentioned quite a bit is I was born on the 13th, which again, I don't care. 666, bunch of humbug. The 13th, Friday, humbug, okay? But I was also born on a Sunday. Right? So the 13th, ooh, what a bad omen that could be. But then Sunday, oh, what a heavenly omen to be born on a Sunday. God's day, right? Yes. Oh, church day. So, then being born in Switzerland, right? I kind of make this joke on how neutral I am. I'm just neutral, right? Yes. Yeah. One the 13th, then that Sunday kind of, how is it called? Neutralizes, okay, the bad luck with the good luck, and then there's nothing. Not bad luck, not good luck. They neutralize each other, right? Yes? Okay, just saying. But early on, even in childhood, I realized that's all humbug. It's why would people believe things like that? There isn't one time in my entire life, that includes the moon, okay, where I was afflicted by the rising and waning of the moon, okay? Not one time in my entire life. I tell you what did affect me was my menstruation time as a woman, okay? And how? Oh, it's the hormones, it does have something to do with that. Just saying, right? And the pain that goes with it. For women, many different ways women go through that. Yes. Now menopause. Yeah. I experienced all that. That I can say, yep. It's a physical thing. And kind of in a spiritual way, if you're in a good place spiritually, right, then as a woman you go easier through all that. But that's not astrology. That's just science and our own personal spiritual growth. That goes hand in hand. Yes. But not one time, oh, the planets are aligning and then something's going to happen. And how many times has the end of time, the end of the earth, been announced due to stuff like that? And it never happened. Huh? Never happened. Never happened. I have seen people's lives destroyed by being so into reading tarot cards, being having all this stuff, these psychics and the tarot cards and these astrology sign, whatever sign, and then the predictions of that, and on what your love life is going to be like, and what how finance is going to be like. I've seen people's lives destroyed because of that. Their whole personality, their character, their behavior became that. They became some kind of a. They became a presence formed by that. Astrology. Astrology became them. They became astrology. They were not their self anymore. Their mind got so convoluted, their heart to mind becomes so convoluted by this false narrative of that stuff, that they couldn't be themselves anymore. Everything suddenly became this or that according to what was given to them. They were manipulated by. So sad. Not one time in my entire life have I seen these supposed signs in the sky come true or have anything to do with my life, with the people around me, or where I lived. Not one time. Not one time. I'm telling you, people, astrology is humbug. It's a fairy tale. It doesn't exist. Done. So, let's keep reading. Then if I remember what else I want to say about it. On how people believe in this humbug but miss everything else around them. That is important to not miss. All right, let's get going. We are in the book of Jeremiah 40. Further details about the treatment of Jeremiah. The word which came to Jeremiah from Yahweh after Nebuzaradan, commander of the guard, had released him from Ramah, where he had found him in chains with all the other captives from Jerusalem and Judah who were being deported to Babylon. The commander of the guard took Jeremiah and said to him, Yahweh your God foretold calamity for this country, and now he has brought it. He has done what he threatened to do, because you had sinned against Yahweh and would not listen to his voice. So all this has happened to you. That's interesting, coming from the side of the enemy. Look, today I'm having your hands unchained. If you like to come with me to Babylon, come. I shall look after you. If you do not want to come with me to Babylon, do not. Look, you have the whole country before you. Go wherever you think it best and most suitable to go. And before Jeremiah retired, he added, you can go back to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon has appointed governor of the towns of Judah, and stay with him among the people, or go anywhere else you think suitable. With that, the commander of the guard gave him provisions and a present and dismissed him. Jeremiah went to Mitzpah, to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, and stayed with him among those people still left in the country. Oh. Gedaliah, the governor, his assassination. Well, how fitting. When the military leaders who with their men were still in the field all heard that the king of Babylon had appointed Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, as governor of the country, making him responsible for the men, women, and children, and those of the poor country people who had not been deported to Babylon, they came to Gedaliah at Mitzpah. The military leaders. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, the military, I thought they were all taken care of. Oh, they were still in the field. Okay. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, Johanan, and Jonathan, sons of Kareah, Sariah, son of Tanhumet, the sons of Ephi, to the Netophathite, oh my gosh, Netophathite, Jessaniah, son of the Maacathite, and they and their men. To them and to their men, Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, swore an oath. Okay. Do not be afraid, he said, of serving the Chaldeans. Stay in the country, serve the king of Babylon, and all will go well with you. I, for my part, as the man answerable to the Chaldeans, when they come to us, shall stay here at Mitzpah, whereas you can harvest the wine, summer fruit, and oil. Fill your storage jars and settle in the towns which you have seized. Similarly, when all the Judeans living in Moab, with the Ammonites in Edom and elsewhere, heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant in Judah and had appointed Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, as their governor, the Judeans all came back from wherever they had been driven. On their return to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah at Mitzpah, they harvested an immense quantity of wine and summer fruit. Now Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the military leaders still in the field came to Gedaliah at Mitzpah, and said to him, Are you aware that Baalis, king of the Ammonites, has sent Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, to assassinate you? But Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, would not believe them. Johanan, son of Kareah, then spoke in secret to Gedaliah at Mitzpah as follows, Please let me go and kill Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, and no one will be any the wiser. Why should he assassinate you and cause the dispersal of all the Judeans who have rallied around you? Why should the remnant of Judah perish? But Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, replied to Johanan, son of Kareah, You will do no such thing, for what you say about Ishmael is false. All right, we're going to have to read the rest of the time. It's going into 41. There's no overhead, so I'm just going to read the rest. So 41. So this will be 40 and 41. In the 7th month, however, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, son of Elishama, who was of royal descent, came with officers of the king and 10 men to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, at Mitzpah. And as they were taking their meal together there at Mitzpah, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, stood up with his 10 men and attacking Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, with their swords. They killed the man whom the king of Babylon had made governor of the country. And all the Judeans who were with him, that is, with Gedaliah at Mitzpah, and the Chaldean soldiers who happened to be there, Ishmael killed too. On the day after the murder of Gedaliah, before the news had become known, 80 men arrived from Shechem, Shiloh, and Samaria, with their beards shaved off, their clothing torn and covered in self-inflicted gashes. They were bringing cereal offerings and incense with them to present to the temple of Yahweh. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, went out of Mitzpah to meet them, weeping as he went. When he met them, he said, Come to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam. But once they were well inside the town, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, slaughtered them with the help of his men, and had them thrown into the storage well. There were 10 of them, however, who said to Ishmael, Do not kill us. We have stocks of wheat and barley, oil and honey hidden away in the fields. So he spared them and did not kill them with their brothers. The storage well into which Ishmael threw the corpses of all the men he had killed was a large one, the one which King Asa had built as a precaution against Baasha, king of Israel. Oh my gosh, all that infighting. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, filled it with the slaughtered men. Ishmael then took all the rest of the people prisoner who were at Mitzpah, the king's daughters, and all the remaining people in Mitzpah, whom Nebuzaradan, commander of the guard, had entrusted to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, took them prisoner and set out, intending to cross over to the Ammonites. When Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the military leaders who were with him heard about all the crimes committed by Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, they mustered all their men and set out to attack Ishmael, son of Nethaniah. They caught up with him at the great pool of Gibeon. At the sight of Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the military leaders with him, all the people with Ishmael were delighted. All the people whom Ishmael had taken as prisoners from Mitzpah turned about, went back, and joined Johanan, son of Kareah. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, however, escaped from Johanan with 8 of his men and fled to the Ammonites. Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the military leaders with him then rallied all the remaining people whom Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, had taken as prisoners from Mitzpah after killing Gedaliah, son of Ahikam. Men fighting men, women, children, and eunuchs, whom they brought back from Gibeon. Setting off, they made a halt at Con Kimham near Bethlehem, intending to go on to Egypt to get away from the Chaldeans. They were now terrified of them, since Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, had killed Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon had made governor of the country. At the end. Wow, what a story, huh? So, as soon as the king of Babylon and the Chaldeans kind of retreated and kind of seemed to leave pretty peaceful remnant behind, the infighting starts again, right? Yes? Okay. So some guy who thinks that, oh, I want to be king now, so I'm just going to go and take over, and sounds like it to me. Yes? It's a never-ending story. It's just a never-ending story, isn't it? Yeah, so sad. And interesting on how Yohanan goes to Gedaliah and says, hey, they're planning to kill you. All right? We got good information. They're planning to kill you. So let me go ahead and get this guy out of the way. And Goliath says, no. I don't believe that he would ever do that. No. And what happens? Goliath wasn't willing to, see the signs? Hear the signs? He could have just said, well, okay, go and investigate some more. Yeah? Let's see what's going on. Let's go and investigate. And in the meantime, we're going to, create some security, yes? And then we'll see where that leads. But, let's give the guy some the benefit of the doubt, right? Yes? But Gedaliah just completely disregarded the warning of Yohanan. Completely disregarded it. Right? Didn't listen. Which brings me, let's mention that, to a very sad part of our history here, which then became even more sad. Same mayhem as we just read. For another country, and mainly the people there. I doubt that the king at that time, or the emperor of Japan, or was ever afflicted by that, or any of his family. I can guarantee you none of them were. It was just the common people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But what happened to Pearl Harbor? According to everything I studied up on that, how you call it, the history on that, right, and how that all happened. It comes down to it that someone that wasn't high up in the ranks. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming. Wasn't listened to. The signs were all there. The warnings were all there. And nobody listened. Hey, I'm hearing something what's going on through the phone here. Something's going on. They're about to attack us. No. And what happened? And what happened afterwards? Just because nobody wanted to listen. Nobody listened. It's very sad. All could have been prevented. People would have listened to one person. That one person who actually said, hey, but I'm the one who's in charge of that. I'm letting you know. And I have to go. May Heavenly Parent, bless, protect you, guide you, embrace you with love. Eldridge, my dearest brother in faith, let's keep praying. Yes, yes, we can avoid the mistakes of the past if we learn how to listen to the right thing. And astrology isn't one of them. Okay, that's all I have to say today. Okay? Yes, astrology and astronomy are two different things, by the way. All right. That's all I have to say today. Bye.